Hi, my name's Ash and I am the owner of Ray & Nova, a small stationery / gifts company based in the northwest of the UK. This video is just to go over some of my goals for 2025, share them, try and see if other business owners or just people in general relate, and try and basically hold myself accountable. I thought it'd be a good thing to look back on at the end of the year to see exactly how close we've got to achieving those goals, or how many we have achieved as well. Okay, so goal number one for me is a bit of a personal one, but it does impact my business. So I am currently 28 weeks pregnant. When you see this, I'll be about 29 weeks, and that basically means obviously I'm having a baby. So this will be my second baby. I have a 2-year-old already. Running a business alongside, obviously something has to take a back seat, and I have decided to go on a maternity leave whilst I'm adjusting to having a newborn and a toddler, just so I don't burn myself out. If I can jump back into things earlier, great. If I can't, no stress. So the main impact of my business for that is I'm not planning on doing really any events in March, April, May. Baby's due in April, very beginning, so I'm debating doing one in February, but I've not decided yet. Basically, I kind of want to see how I feel a bit closer to the time before I announce whether I'm doing the event or not. I just think that's the right way to go. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to basically put myself in a position where I either end up just uncomfortable and in pain all day just for the sake of one event. It doesn't feel worth it to me. So I'm trying to be practical and sensible about the whole thing. The only event I have 100% booked in that I'm a million% doing is MegaCon Manchester, which is at the end of July. That brings me on to goal number 2. So goal number 2 was, it's kind of already come into place. So it was to do a big event such as MegaCon or MCM. Now I've already booked MegaCon. I paid more than I wanted to, but I think it's worth the investment. So I've paid for a booth and I've split it with my sister because she wants to do Comic-Cons as well. So I think it's worked out at about £540 each for a 2-day event, which is a lot, but I was desperate to do this event. It's my home event. I'm from Manchester. I went to my very first Comic-Con in this exact building, and yeah, it means a lot. So hopefully I make my costs back. I'm more focused on making costs back than making profit at the moment, but I'm quite lucky in the sense that I don't have to pay for any super special transport other than just getting into the city centre, and I don't have to pay for any accommodation. So it's quite easy in that sense for me. That event will also be my first event after having the baby, at the moment at least. Whether I decide to do another one in June or not, I'm not sure yet, but it's looking like it's going to be my first one after having the baby, so it's going to be a big adjustment, but I think it'll be a really good experience and worth spending the money. Obviously I would prefer if I could have got it a cheaper table, just because, I mean, you'd rather have your expenses as low as possible, but it is what it is and we're just going to embrace it and go with it. Goal number 3 for the year is to have 4 retail spots. So that doesn't mean all at the same time necessarily, but my thought process is I have Red Brick Market, which is open permanently. I have my Keep It Local Warrington, which opens as of the 7th of Feb, and at the minute the lease is till the end of the year, so that's a good 11 months. I have been in talks with going back to Keep It Local in Stoke-on-Trent as well, which is where I did between October and December, but that would be starting sort of June, July. I said to them I don't really want to take too many things on whilst obviously adjusting to the new baby, so that's something mid-year that I'm thinking about. And I've also spoken to Kenji about doing a pop-up with them, so that's looking like it's going to be about June, July as well. So there's the 4 different spaces. I'm also open to others if I find one that I think fits what I'm looking for, and you know, they'll get the kind of people I want. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more reaching out as of next year, because next year my plan is to start wholesale, but for this year it's just 4 retail spots at any point in time. My biggest financial goal of the year is I'm currently basically working in the corner of the bedroom. Now, it works for now, it really does. It just means that I struggle to switch off a lot. I'll be laying in bed thinking of all the things I can do. So I really we've got quite a nice sized garden, and at the back of the garden I've got plans to basically make it a half and half. So half of it will be a play area for my kids, the other half I want to put a garden office in, so that I have a space to go where I want to when I want to do my work, and I can also come away from that space and almost leave it at the door. I don't think that's going to happen every time, I'm not going to lie, but it should help me create some kind of distinction in my brain, because at the minute I lie in bed staring at my cry cut, and that's not helpful or healthy really. So yeah, that's my big goal for this year. Realistically, I think it's going to be an end of year thing at the earliest, because it's going to cost quite a bit. It's not just the garden office, it's things like the insulating, it's things like the decking and making sure the ground is how I want it and things like that. So it's a big project, but we want to do the garden up a bit this year anyway, so it's going to be a combination of personal just challenges and doing it up ourselves, and also the business side of it where I have the garden office. My final goal of the year, since I'm not doing events, I have been scheduling a lot of social media content for over basically the next couple of months to basically do me until after I come back off like maternity leave, and I'm hoping I can build up my social media over the next year. I have set some goals. They're things that I think are fairly achievable. If I don't hit them, I won't be upset. Obviously, I'm basically taking half a year out of doing the events and everything, so it would be understandable. I'm going to be batch filming quite a lot of content so I can schedule it for while I'm off, because I do want to try and have it where one video is going out a week consistently, and then maybe we'll reevaluate after sort of June, July, and see if I have time to do maybe 2 videos a week, but I don't want to take on more than I can handle. So I think 1 video a week is achievable for now. My goal is to do that for a year, so that's 52 videos. This is my 3rd video, so I've got a long way to go, and some of them I can't pre-film because some of them will be tutorials that I can pre-film, but anywhere it's like I really want to do a MegaCon vlog, and I also want to do a vlog of when Keep It Local goes live, so things like that I can't really pre-prepare for, I just need to do at the moment. But as long as I pre-prepare as much as I can always adjust my timeline with when other things are being published. So I think it is achievable. I just need to get over it and get it done. With all this in mind, there are my goals for the year. If you want to share your goals below, especially if you're a small business owner, I find it so interesting listening to how other people are growing their businesses, how they're planning their businesses. Obviously this is a very small business for me. It's a very much a passion project and I don't really make much from it, but hopefully one day that'll change, and hopefully I can get to the point where I can earn this whilst my kids are either at school or nursery, and then when they come home I can just spend all my time with them, and that is the ultimate goal for me, and I think for a lot of other, especially mothers who have started businesses. So yeah, I'd really like to hear all of your input. If you've got any ideas, also drop them below. But yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.